What's up YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. And let's be honest here, 2024 was it was a very crazy year for Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean we had some incredible decks that had shown up into the format, including decks like Yubel, Ryziel, Fire King Rescuays. And there have even been also some incredible sets that have been revealed, that have been released to the public in 2024. But the question is, what were the best sets of 2024? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be doing the top 10 best Yu-Gi-Oh sets of 2024. With a few honorable mentions. But before we get started, I do want to give you guys a heads up that we are now 220 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And as always, I've said it before, I will say it again. If you guys have not done so already, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video. And as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this. What would you consider to be the best Yu-Gi-Oh set of 2024? Let me know down in the comments below. And let's get straight into it, kicking things off with the first honorable mention. Is Battles of Legend Chapter 1. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, wait a minute, why this set? So, interestingly enough, this set had some pretty good reprints. Cards like number 11 Big Guy, the BLS Link monster, Stratos, Ab-Zero, Gamseel, Neo's Wiseman, Time Lord, Progenitor Vorpgate, which that was actually a jump promo, but never got to see the light of day until this set came out. Cards like Cyber Slash Harpy Lady, Judgment Dragon, Minerva, Sage with Eyes of Blue, Exciton Knight. Excuse me. Number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, Beauregard Dragon, Cyber Dragon, Borosword Dragon. You had some really good reprints in this set, but the only problem is that this set featured some probably some of the worst cards that were a part of the game, that I feel like never should have been added to the set. So cards like cards like Gold Moon Coin, Gingerbread House. Let's see here. Some of the Tech Genus stuff, some of the Speedroid stuff. A lot of these cards, they really didn't see any meta play whatsoever, whereas opposed to a lot of the other cards, actually did see play. And it's weird because when you look at it, the set was actually not that bad. The dice was what made the set what it is today. And even though I haven't gotten my hands on the set yet, I still think that there are some cards that never should have been added to the set. Cards like again as I mentioned, Gingerbread House, Gold Moon Coin, Chronomaly Super Rocket, Tuspa Rocket. Cards like what's another good one? The Mystical Beasts of the Forest cards, maybe some of the some of the Black Queens shouldn't have been added to this set. It was an okay set. It was an okay set. You did have a lot of really good a lot of good reprints, but a lot of them were just not that good. So that's why I decided to give this an honorable mention. And that brings me to the next honorable mention, is known as Quarter Century Bonanza. And the interesting thing about Quarter Century Bonanza is that it's basically the same thing. You've got a bunch of really weird reprint cards that I feel like never should have seen the light of day, and one of them is obviously arch nemesis Protos. Protos was actually on the ban list for a minute, for a hot minute, and then once it got taken off the list, people started to realize, oh shit, this card is gonna be a fucking problem to the meta, and it kind of is, especially on Master Duel. It is a fucking menace. So there are some cards that I feel like were really good reprints, you know, like the Dangers and the Dragon Maid stuff, but just like Battles of the Legend chapter 1, this set also had cards that have been reprinted one too many times, including cards like Malicious, Armageddon Knight, Deep Sea Diva, Swap Frog, Mermail, Abystius. I would say the Dragon Rulers, but they haven't been reprinted all that much, especially now since they've just been taken off the ban list. It's gonna be interesting to see what the deck will look like in 2025. But again, just like in Battles of the Legend chapter 1, this set has cards that have been reprinted one too many times. I feel like it never should have seen the light of day. But coming in at the number one spot in the honorable mentions, none other than OTS 24. And this is actually one of the weirdest sets in the history of the OTS sets. And the reason for it is because Harpy's Feather Duster as an ultimate rare, it looks good. Don't get me wrong on that. The problem that I have is the fact that a lot of these cards, again, have been reprinted one too many times. And one card in particular that has been reprinted quite a few times. Actually, there's a few. Electric Virus, Puppet Plant, Marionette Mite, Firefly Lady, and if I can find it here, Hymn of Light, and Rain Raptor Force Strix. Those cards have been reprinted so many times over the years since their initial print release that the value of those cards are just not that good. You know the value has gone down drastically, and when it comes to these OTS sets, excuse me, a lot of people will just open up the packs, find all the ulties, get them graded, and then sell them at 10 times their original graded price, if you will. So that's the one thing that I hate about the OTS sets, is the fact that there are people out there who will open up packs, will scale the packs to find the ulties, if you will, open up those packs, pull the ulties, get them graded, and then sell them at 10 times what they should be worth. So for example, if they so for example, in a future OTS set, if they were to pull, let's say, an ulti Monster Reborn, let's say that, as a random example, right? They'll get that one copy graded, and if Reborn as an ulti were to be let's say $1,000, they would sell it at 10 grand if it was PSA 10, because PSA 10 would be about about 1,000. It makes no sense. But altogether, OTS 24 wasn't too bad. I mean, it did give us Harpy's Feather Duster at as an ulti, which was okay. The rest of the set was just not that good, in my honest opinion. But now we gotta move into the top 10 list, and let's kick things off with number 10, with the most recent set, Crossover Breakers. Now, obviously, this set was actually stupid cracked. Literally, the number one archetype in this set that dominated the last YCS, which I think was in Anaheim, was none other than the Ryziel archetype, and this set was absolutely insane. This set was actually really good. The Ryziel archetype completely dominated the last YCS, which I think was in Anaheim, funny enough. And then of course too, obviously you got the other two archetypes, the Malice archetype, as well as the new the new Ryuji, the new Ryuji archetype, which honestly the Ryuji archetype is pretty good. I feel like it could have been a bit better in my opinion, but this is definitely deserving of the number 10 spot, because of the fact that Ryziel dominated the meta in 2024 in the last YCS that we had, which was like maybe about a month ago, I want to say. And there's really no telling how far or how dominant the deck will be in 2025. So I really can't wait. Next up, we've got Battles of Legend Terminal Revenge coming in at number 9. So here's the interesting thing about Terminal Revenge, right? I've said it before, I'll say it again. The Battles of Legend sets, and the sets like Maze of Memories, Maze of Millennia, Maze of the Master, basically those sets are for releasing cards from the anime that never got to see the light of day. So cards like the Time Lords, Mathematician, Curry Bandit, the Karibo Brothers, all those cards and more all get printed after so many years. But it also features as well some new cards that have never been seen ever, whether it was in the manga or whatever, never got to see the light of day. And this set was no different. I mean, this gave us some incredible new support for so many different decks, for heroes, for Utopia, for Dragon Synchro, for fucking Ice Barrier. I mean, even funny enough, even the Ice Barrier archetype definitely was indeed need of some new shit. But to be fair, Ice Barriers are never gonna be seen. They will never see the light of day in terms of competitive play. It will never see the light of day, but it did give us as well some really cool cards as well, including including also some new oh my god, some new, like, I guess like some new XC support and whatnot. It even also gave us as well some really good reprints. In fact, in fact, one of the biggest reprints that we needed, interestingly enough, was Substitute, because this was right around the time where Substitute came back into the format. But now with Ronitoden banned, is the deck even worth playing? I don't think so. But again, with these types of sets, they're not bad. They're not bad. I mean they give us some really cool brand new cards, some really good reprints. This even also gave us as well the return of Ib, the World Child's Justiciar, which that card just completely ruined the meta when it got released. So this was actually not too bad. Not too bad at all. Would I still consider buying the boxes? 100%. 100%. I definitely do. I definitely would recommend getting your hands on at least a box. But the way I see it, with these type of sets, doesn't really do anything to the meta. To a certain extent, it does. But one of the biggest reasons why people would buy boxes among boxes of this set was because of one card in particular. And that card is this. You guys see it, Dragon Master Magia, which this card was absolutely insane. It was an insane card, and it only comes in QCR as well, which is pretty funny. But honestly though, altogether, this set, not bad. And it even also gave us as well a brand new Dragon Ruler Xyz monster, which we desperately needed to see the light of day. But coming in at number 8 is Rage of the Abyss. And it's weird because this set actually did pretty well. The only issue that I've had, the only issue that I've got with Rage of the Abyss is that most of the cards that were in this set really didn't do a whole lot. I think the one card that definitely is going to change the meta in 2025 is definitely going to be Primate Imperial Dragon, just because of the fact that it has built-in negation, and it can just really just ruin all of your opponent's plays. So that card's gonna be insane. The Centurion just got a bit stronger, and that's pretty much it. And it even also gave us one of the Mulcharmy cards, which is basically one of the iterations of Max C, if you will. So it's not bad. It's not a bad set. The Azumina archetype as well, I think also debuted in this set. And the archetype is pretty good, but we're still missing some extra cards that I feel like could really change up this deck. And it even also gave us as well a brand new machine fusion that can basically work with Cyber Dragon. So you got some really good cards in this set. A lot of good support for so many different archetypes. But there's a couple that I feel like could definitely switch up. That could definitely become a massive threat to the format in 2025, and that's obviously that dragon that I mentioned. So I feel like that Primate Dragon is definitely gonna be one to it's definitely gonna be a force to be reckoned with. Plus it even also gave us Ultimate Dragon of Pride and Soul, which that card is just insane. That card is just absolutely insane. I mean, being able to just give this card 4,500 attack and defense, like literally doubling its attack and defense, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But coming in at number 7 is the 25th anniversary tin Dueling Mirrors. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, why is this set in the top 10 list? So, interestingly enough, the QCRs that were in the promos were actually pretty good. In fact, I still have my QCRs from that set, including these 3. Actually, these 3 were the ones I pulled out of my one tin. So QCR Ruby Carbuncle, QCR Silent Boots, and of course the QCR right leg of the Forbidden One. Interestingly enough, the QCRs they look absolutely amazing. In fact, those aren't the only ones I have. I also have these. So I've got a Blue Eyes White Dragon QCR, a Raw QCR, and then I've got 2 copies of Enlightenment Paladin QCR as well. So what's weird is that the QCRs, in fact, the most expensive QCR that's in the tins right now, the top 2, funny enough, are actually Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I think Yubel, if I can find her. Here she is, right here. Yubel. Literally, those are the 2 most expensive right now, because of the fact that Blue Eyes will always have some form of value in one way or another. And Yubel, obviously, because of the Yubel strategy that was a part of the YCS a couple of months ago, and just the fact that Yubel was a force to be reckoned with on Master Duel, you can't go wrong with that. But other than that, I mean, the cards that were in this set were absolutely amazing. I mean, Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend, Cypher Dragon, Pancratops, Borlo Dragon, and just a bunch of cards that were released from years past, including sets like Photon Hypernova, and just a bunch of really good cards, like Bestial Dispatter, Vicious Astrolao, which is a nasty card to play against. Time Tearing Morganite, which is a really good one. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely. This was probably by far one of the more better tins between this one and last year's tins. This one was actually a lot better. And also, funny enough, it's as I said, a lot of these tins will definitely age pretty well over time. But as time progresses, a lot of the cards that are in those tins are gonna lose their value over time. But I feel like Konami should definitely continue to have the promo packs instead of having the promo cards be in the packs themselves. It should be a pack on its own, kind of like what they did in years past. But still, this was actually really good. Snake Eye got reprinted in these tins. Diabellstar got reprinted. The Horus cards got reprinted. Some Some of the Labyrinth cards got reprinted in this set. Anti-Zeus Sky Crisis got reprinted. SP Little Knight, which was something that, which was the one card that everybody wanted because it was one of the bigger reprints of the set. Absolutely insane, absolutely insane. Coming in at number 6 is none other than OTS 26, and I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, why is this set part of it? Well, I mean, obviously, this was actually one of the better OTS sets of 2024 compared to the other two. This one was better, mainly because of the fact that Phantom V Bell actually had an error print, but it wasn't on the card. It was more so on the artwork. And if you've seen that the misprint in from other content creators opening up that set, then you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. But again, aside from that, this was absolutely insane. This was absolutely insane. Tempai got added to this. 3 of the virus cards got printed in this set. Deck Dev, Eradicator, and of course Full Force got printed. The Nordic gods, Thor, Loki, and Odin. And then also Sangan Summoning, which is a pretty nasty card, especially on Master Duel. Chicken Game got reprinted, and funny enough, it's now legal at 1 copy in the current format. And then of course Moon of the Coast Heaven, which is pretty crazy. This was a really good one. This was one of the better ones, just because of that, just because of the fact that the ultimate rares have gone up in price, and the fact that Yubel and decks that can bring out the Bellstar, the Black Witch, absolutely insane. But coming in at number 5 is Maze of Millennia, and honestly, this was actually a really good set. This was really good. I mean, it's like I said, you get cards from the anime and the manga that you have never got to see the light of day, including cards like if I can find it, Eye of Illusion, Kaitop Terra, Hornsaurus, let's see here, Arcana Force 15, The Fiend, Bonfire, Combat Wheel, Ashoka Pillar, Cabrera Stone, Triangle O. Excuse me. Number 1 Infection Buzz King, which ironically enough, I actually pulled Infectious Buzz King. But if you take a look closely, yep, I pulled it as a collector rare, and I didn't even realize until I moved it around like this, and I'm like, oh my god, that was nuts. So if you guys have not seen that opening, I recommend you guys check it out. Probably one of the best openings I've had in a very long time, aside from maybe Battles of the Legend Relentless Revenge, I think. And yeah, so that was a good one. So that card got to see the light of day. Ring announcer for the Battling Boxers. Some new Earthbound support got printed in this set. And just a bunch of really good, that and just a bunch of good reprints were in here. Absolutely insane. This was really good. And Bonfire, even now, Bonfire is still sitting at like what 40, maybe $50 as a collector rare. Not bad at all. But coming in at number 4 is Infinite Forbidden, and honestly, I mean, come on. I mean, come on. I mean, the Millennium archetype, the Horus archetype got, was just absolutely insane. The White Forest archetype ended up being really good. Centurion, Tenpai Dragon. Come on, this set gave us some really good decks, and honestly, you can't complain whatsoever. Even also, Fiendsmith also had its time in the pool of the meta. Um, and I will say though, I will say those decks completely dominated the meta before they got hit. In fact, I believe out of all the cards that were in this set, there were a few that got hit. Let's see here. Fiendsmith's Lacrima got banned, and if I remember correctly, I just saw it. Oh no, that's just it. Literally, Lacrima got banned. So this was a really good set. But if you want to talk about good sets, these next three, the top three, were just as. So coming in at number 3, Legacy of Destruction. You cannot deny that this set was absolutely insane. Literally on Master Duel, there's a deck that I've played against countless times and tried to play with, try to use myself, that is absolutely insane. The Shining Sarcophagus deck, basically like the Horus deck, I guess if you will, and it's a fucking menace. Snake Eye was a menace. Diabellstar became a menace. Tenpai Dragon was the set that debuted Tenpais, funny enough, and Centurion, and it even also gave us some new Lightstorm support as well. You really cannot complain with this one. And also Voiceless Voice got added to here. There's really not much to say, honestly. Absolutely insane. Not a whole lot to say. But coming in and number 2 is Rarity Collection 2. And the only reason why is because I feel like the reprints that were in this set were so much better. I feel like they were a lot better than excuse me. I feel like they were a lot better than the first Rarity Collection, because of the fact that this set gave us reprints of pretty much just about every hand trap possible. DD Crow, Droll and Lockbird, Ghost Ogre, Phantasme, Ghost Mourner. What else? Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, which again can actually be a fucking hand trap, which is hilarious. Saravis is definitely another one. Illusion of Chaos. And also I think was Imprint in this set. Twin Twister is another like hand trap, if you will. Cosmic Cyclone. And yeah, just a bunch of really good ones. And Judgment, Warning, Strike, Skill Drain, Anti-Spell. You had some really good reprints in this set, and they all look absolutely amazing as QCRs. But coming in the number 1 spot is Phantom Nightmare. I mean, come on. I mean, the Yubel deck literally just took over this set. Obviously, yes, there were some cards from the set that were really good, including Snake Eye, Memento, and the Horus cards, and some of the Voiceless Voice cards. But to be fair, the Yubel archetype just ran roughshod. And now obviously, yes, there are some cards that are now limited and banned right now from the deck itself. But I feel like I feel like that Phantom Nightmare just became the true MVP of Yu-Gi-Oh in 2024. I would say Crossover Breakers could have had that honor, but because that Crossover Breakers was just released not that long ago, I feel like Rise still has a lot of room for improvement, and it could definitely go pretty far once we get into 2025. But with that being said, that will do it for this top 10. If you feel like there was a set that I missed, or feel like there are some sets that should have been in a different spot, let me know down in the comments below. And that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more top 10 videos in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.